Alright viewers, welcome to our Freeze Concept TV. Headline: Nnamdi Kanu awaits green light as Tinubü gets big request 6 days after swearing in. A few days after the end of the administration of Buhari, the leader of the Ipob, Nnamdi Kanu, received good news as notable persons started calling for his release from the department of the DSS. 24 hours after the inauguration of Bola Tinubü as the new president of Nigeria, a man identified as Nnamdi, the lawyer of the Ipob, sent a direct message to the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubü, regarding what needed to be done in recent days for the Ipob leader Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has been in the custody of Nigeria DSS since June 29, 2021, after he was said to have been arrested and repatriated to Nigeria from Kenya by the international police called Interpol. Speaking about Nnamdi Kanu to Bola Tinubü, the new president of Nigeria, Nnamdi, wrote, "Dear President Bola Tinubü, I have an urgent request. Free Nnamdi Kanu today or tomorrow. Don't drag it. Don't inherit Buhari misguided arms, bruises and informers, disdain for rule of law, and Nnamdi, chart your path. Thank you, sir." In reaction to the statement made by Nnamdi, the concerned man was in support of Kanu's release, took to the comment page to beg Bola Tinubü to do the needful. He said, "There's a danger from all men. The only marks of free government ought to be trust. No man living with power to endanger public liberty. Dear President and official bat of Nigeria, don't inherit Buhari's government not to do the needful by #free Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. Thanks." In the middle of this, the governor of Enugu, Governor Mba, has also joined in calling for the release of the Ipob leader. Speaking about what would happen if Kanu is released, he said, "We believe that his release will expedite the handling process Nigeria needs at this time. It will also be a pointer to the administration, a extension of brotherly hands of fellowship to Nnamdi. The creativity and sense of industry of Nnamdi are remarkable. Our DNA is wired with commercial and entrepreneurial powers. If this is what we are known by, then it becomes inconsistent with reality that the spirit of entrepreneurship, comment, and creativity are killed every Monday in our land. Our restless spirit of industry harbors lassity and indulgence." A few days after the end of the administration of Buhari, the leader of the Ipob, Nnamdi Kanu, received good news as notable persons started calling for his release from the department of the DSS. 24 hours after the inauguration of Bola Tinubü as the new president of Nigeria, a man identified as Nnamdi, the lawyer of the Ipob, sent a direct message to the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubü, regarding what needed to be done in recent days for the Ipob leader Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu has been in the custody of Nigeria DSS since June 29, 2021, after he was said to have been arrested and repatriated to Nigeria from Kenya by the international police called Interpol. Speaking about Nnamdi Kanu to Bola Tinubü, the new president of Nigeria, Nnamdi, wrote, "Dear President Bola Tinubü, I have an urgent request. Free Nnamdi Kanu today or tomorrow. Don't drag it. Don't inherit Buhari misguided arms, bruises and informers, disdain for rule of law, and Nnamdi, chart your path. Thank you, sir." In reaction to the statement made by Nnamdi, the concerned man was in support of Kanu's release, took to the comment page to beg Bola Tinubü to do the needful. He said, "There's a danger from all men. The only marks of free government ought to be trust. No man living with power to endanger public liberty." Alright viewers, you have listened to today's news. Nnamdi Kanu case is still what we are actually reading today. He is still in the custody of the DSS. His lawyer Ejiofor has written a letter to the president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. That he should. In his letter, he was actually saying that the Bola Tinubu should not follow Buhari administration of not releasing the young man, since he knows that the young man did not do anything. He has been in the custody of DSS since June 29, 2021. That's a very long time. 2021, 2023. Let's just say 2 years, and he has been there. This year, well, I think this year will make it 3. Is it 3 years or 2 years? This year, June make it at June 29 of this year. I think that 2 or 3 years it was going to make it since the man has been in the DSS custody without proper to release him, or I don't know. He's just there, and he has been denied some legal right to see his doctor, to take some medical treatment, some medical care, and all that. So they wrote a letter to the president-elect Bola Tinubü, who has already been inaugurated as Nigerian president, to release him. And aside from AGO4, the lawyer of Ipob, sending letter to free Nnamdi Kanu to the president-elect, other people has also joined in also telling the president to also do the needful by releasing Nnamdi Kanu. It says in the middle of this, the governor of Enugu, Governor Mba, has also joined in calling for the release of the Ipob leader. Yeah, Governor Mba, the Enugu governor, has also joined, also telling the president, Mr. Bola Tinubü, to release him. That speaking of what has happened, they should just since the man is innocent, they should just release him and let him go, because releasing him is going to get the Igbos to really fully be on the side. Not that it's not like you're trying to bribe Igbos, no, but at least releasing him will also make them know that you are not trying to follow another man's way. You are trying to create your own way. Do you understand? You're trying to create your own way. You know, when you come in office, I think you meet, you leave, and I think you meet, you change. Do you understand? So they're trying to tell him that the man we are talking about here is innocent. We all know that. So he's being punished for an offense he did not do. And the way they bring him from Kenya to Nigeria was actually wrong. If have we been Nigeria is actually following the right rule of law, they would have released him since, because aside from, let's just say he did something wrong, but the way they brought him down from Kenya to Nigeria was actually wrong. So they need to even cancel the whole thing and release him. But you know, we are in Nigeria and anything can just happen like that. So Ejiofor and Mazi and the Enugu state governor has also joined hands to plead with the president-elect to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So this whole thing would not be a combat, you know. The Enugu governor also said that the creativity and sense of industry of the Igbo are remarkable. Yes, Igbo people are kind of known for entrepreneurship. They are business oriented, and releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to bring this kind of relationship between should I say Yorubas and the Igbos, because there's this kind of conflict between these two tribes. Do you understand? In as much as doing tribalism is really wrong, really wrong. This is my tribe, this is not my tribe, is really wrong. So it's something that we all really need to look into. The presidents need to look into it, so things don't get out of hand. Things are kept the way they are. You understand? So I feel the president should really listen to them. Check the record, check his record, follow the due process, the due protocol, to avoid us dragging things backward, and let everywhere be at peace, and let there be unity between the Yorubas and the Igbo. That's just my own. Alright, if you have come to the end of today's news, please do watch the comment section. Let's know what your views are. Thank you for listening.